แบบเคลื่อนไหว
This practice and cultivation of awareness
แบบยกมือ
involves performing bodily movements, such as a rhythmic pattern of movements of the hands and the arms. The practice requires using a technique and your own skills. The constant hand movements have the purpose of awakening, developing, and cultivating self-awareness. The movements help us to return to ourselves, to return to self-awareness, to be at ease with the present, and not to be dragged along by thoughts. It is a method to trick the mind, to keep the mind busy. When we follow our thoughts, we end up being dominated by these thoughts. We drift along with the thoughts. The key to this technique is movement. This movement should always be natural. Human beings are always moving. Walking, standing, sitting, lying down. We are moving all the time. This is the law of nature for mankind. Cultivating awareness is about the laws that govern our body. Nonetheless, the process requires skills. How does one cultivate self-awareness so that the mind can return to its original state? People are no longer with themselves. Their minds are running out after external circumstances. People are fixated on the external world and forget about themselves. They become lost. The reason why we use a technique consisting of a series of rhythmic movements, stretching out the arm, bringing it back, is that we want to become completely aware of these movements. We want to establish a rhythm and link each movement to the next as if it were part of a chain. By achieving this continuity, we will know ourselves, and we will understand the body, rupa, and the mind, nama. Or, as we usually say, we will see the body and the mind. What is body and mind? If we have awareness, we will know the answer to this question. If we can dwell in ourselves, in our behavior, our movements, our presence, the awareness will allow us to see ourselves. Only then will we be able to dismiss lifelong issues and worries we may have. Eventually, we will be free from the suffering of life, and will also be able to completely let go of doubts. If we can cultivate a solid awareness, we will see it become full and adequate. We will see it become complete and turn into Mahasati, which means full awareness. Once we reach a state of full awareness, we will be free of doubts, for example, while giving to others, giving charity, or keeping precepts. We will live free of doubts about life and death. Thus, committing to the practice of cultivating our awareness is extremely essential. Awareness is a profound element within our life. It enables us to know what we were unable to know before, see what we were unable to see, and understand what we couldn't understand. Further, it abates and even removes the suffering derived from our own existence, the suffering that originated during the course of our own life, until we eventually reach the end of suffering. Therefore, use these techniques and skills and keep moving. Cultivate your awareness by moving rhythmically as best you can. This method will only work for those who are devoted to it, those who apply themselves to it diligently. Therefore, keep working at it and do not be still. Do your best to keep moving your hands. During movements, know and be aware that you are moving. This is easy to learn, which is why all of you can practice and experience your awareness. Practice, and you shall know, see, and understand for yourself. The Buddha once said, "The awakened one sees himself. The wise one knows himself." Awareness is not limited to time and space. Who are the ones who can achieve wisdom? Wisdom is not limited to certain people. Anyone can achieve it. Those who are aware of themselves are wise. This is what the Buddha said. The cultivation of awareness through physical movements has already been practiced in the approach known as the 4 foundations of mindfulness. The practice is the same. The 4 foundations of mindfulness are being aware of 1. The body, 2. Feeling, 3. The mind, and 4. Mental objects. The rhythmic hand movements are used to increase our level of awareness, to awaken the Buddha nature within, so that it becomes more alert. This is what cultivating awareness through movements is about. The regular rhythmic hand movements constitute a simple practice. We will now demonstrate the technique.